Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Annabelle House, filling in for Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, May 13th. Coming up on Cullman Today, the North Alabama Agriplex gets a $1.1 million boost, Cindy Myricks enters the race for House District 12, and a local high school wins big with a TVA Energy grant. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now, let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. The North Alabama Agriplex in Cullman is getting a major boost. $1.1 million in funding has been secured to help expand and improve its facilities. State Senator Gudger announced the news at this month's Agriplex board meeting, saying the funds come from a mix of state and local sources, including the Education Trust Fund, General Fund budget, and $50,000 in local contributions. Senator Gudger praised Agriplex Executive Director Rachel Dawsey, her team, and the board for their commitment to educating young people about agriculture and preserving Alabama's farming heritage. The Agriplex offers educational programs, summer camps, and school outreach for students of all backgrounds, whether public, private, or homeschooled. The new funding moves expansion plans closer to reality, and Gudger called the Agriplex a vital community asset that makes North Alabama a great place to live and to raise a family. Up next, another face in Cullman County is entering the race for Alabama House District 12. Businesswoman and community advocate Cindy Myricks is officially qualified to run for the seat recently vacated by Representative Corey Harbison, who resigned last month. Myricks is running as a Republican and says her campaign will focus on faith, family, and support for local businesses. She says, "I'm running because I believe it's time we had a strong local voice down in Montgomery who truly understands what matters most to folks around here: faith, family, and good, honest work." The special primary election for House District 12 is set for Tuesday, July 15th. If needed, a runoff will take place August 12th, and the general election is scheduled for October 28th. Myrick says she plans to spend the coming months meeting with neighbors and sharing her vision for a stronger Alabama, one community at a time. And to finish up our top stories, a big win for Vinemont High School. The campus has been awarded a $25,000 learning environment grant through the Tennessee Valley Authority's School Uplift program. The program helps schools save money and improve learning conditions through smart energy practices. Schools that participate receive training, tools, and compete for funding by reducing energy waste through everyday behavior changes. Vinemont's hard work paid off. According to Cullman Electric Cooperative CEO Tim Culpepper, the staff went above and beyond during the year-long program, and these funds will go directly toward improving the student experience. TVA says participating schools have saved nearly 10% on their energy bills, and when combined with grant-funded upgrades, the savings really add up, enough to power hundreds of homes each year. Vinemont was one of many schools across the TVA service region to benefit. TVA leaders say every dollar saved means more can be reinvested into students and classrooms. Those are the top stories happening in Cullman today. Coming up, the Wallace State Lions eliminated from ACC tournament against Coastal South. Sports is next.
I'm Lieutenant Chad Whaley with the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, and it's my pleasure to announce two upcoming firearm familiarization classes that we'll be hosting for the general public. With springtime here and summer quickly approaching, we know just how valuable everybody's time is. Because of that, we've decided to offer two trainings. The first will take place on May 20th. The second will be the following Thursday on May 29th. Both classes will take place from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at our shooting range, which is located off of County Road 122. The spots will be limited, so we do ask that you register. In order to register, you can simply email me at cwhaley@cullmansheriff.org. You will receive one-on-one instruction from our deputies and firearms instructors that will teach you how to safely and effectively use and care for your firearms. From the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, we just want to say thank you for continuing to make Cullman County special, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome back. Let's lead off today's sports segment with a look at the latest from Wallace State. The Wallace State Lions were at Veterans Park in Alabaster over the weekend, competing in this year's ACCC Division I tournament. The Lions dropped Game 1 to Northwest Shoals on Thursday 5-3, but bounced back with a 6-0 win over Snead State on Friday. However, Wallace State was eliminated with a 5-2 loss to Coastal South on Friday night. Hits and runs were hard to come by early in Wallace State's game with Coastal South, but after 3 scoreless innings, the Lions took the lead in the bottom of the 4th. Kaylin Jones led off the inning with a walk, and Brandy Phillips laid down a sacrifice bunt to move Jones over to second base. 2 pitches later, Charlie Kaiser ripped an RBI single into right field to plate Jones, and an error allowed Kaiser to come around and score as well, putting the Lions in front 2-0 going into the 5th. The Coyotes responded in the top half of the 5th, pushing 2 runs across the plate to tie the game at 2 going into the 6th inning. Coastal was able to load the bases in the top of the 6th, and a 2-run single put the Coyotes in front 4-2. They tacked on 1 more run in the top of the 7th to extend the lead to 3, and Wallace was unable to cut into the lead in the final frame, wrapping up a 5-2 loss for the Lions. Kaiser's 2 hits and Phillips' hit were Wallace State's only hits in the loss. And that wraps up today's sports. After the break, we'll bring you 4 quick stories, including Wallace State's graduation celebration, a cancer awareness pageant with heart, and how your EBT card just got more secure. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. It was a proud day for hundreds of students and families at Wallace State Community College, where nearly 600 graduates crossed the stage during Friday's commencement ceremonies. The events recognized students from academic and applied technology programs in one ceremony and health science programs in another. Altogether, Wallace State will award more than 2,000 degrees and certificates to the class of 2025. President Dr. Vicky Karlowick celebrated the achievements and shared that more than 90% of the graduates will either be employed or continuing their education in the coming months. Several students were also recognized with presidential awards, including Kimberly Wilt for academic excellence, Jared Smith for applied technology, and LaPortia Foster for health science. The college also spotlighted students' stories of perseverance, from a single mother returning after 20 years to open her own beauty business, to a COVID survivor-turned-nurse, and 2 siblings graduating from 2 different healthcare programs. Whether overcoming personal struggles, raising families, or pursuing new dreams, this class showed that with determination and support, anything is possible. Wallace State leaders encouraged these graduates to use their education to create a better future for themselves and for the communities that they'll serve. A special pageant with a powerful purpose took place recently in West Point, the Miss Horizon of Hope pageant. For nearly 20 years, the pageant has given young women the opportunity to compete not just for a crown, but in honor or memory of someone affected by cancer. This year's title went to Layla Franks, a freshman at West Point High School. But for Layla, the most meaningful part wasn't the win. It was walking in honor of cancer survivor Tracy Heppenstall, who has been a personal inspiration in her life. Frank says the pageant has helped raise more than $90,000 for the Bruno Cancer Center over the years, and calls it a blessing to support such an impactful cause. She spoke about how her Christian faith, her friendship with Tracy's daughter, and the pageant community have all played a part in her personal growth. Frank says she's learned to value friendships over competition and wants to use her platform to encourage younger girls to be confident, kind, and grounded in faith. She also shared her favorite verse, 2 Corinthians 12:9, which she leaned on throughout the experience. From praying backstage to coaching younger girls, Layla says her time with the Horizon of Hope system has been full of memories and meaningful moments, and she hopes others will join in the experience, not just for the crown, but for the cause. 2 standout student athletes at St. Bernard Prep were honored with the school's highest athletic awards during this year's athletic awards ceremony. Abigail McBride and Madeline Kerber were named recipients of the Father Luke Fozzie Award, a prestigious award named after the longtime coach, athletic director, and mentor to generations of St. Bernard athletes. To earn the award, students must compete in at least 2 major sports, perform their highest level, and demonstrate leadership in athletic competition. It's considered the top athletic distinction at the school. The ceremony took place inside the Fozzie Richard Athletic Center, a fitting venue to celebrate both performance and character on and off the field. If you use an EBT card in Alabama, there's a new feature you should know about. It could help protect your benefits from fraud. The Alabama Department of Human Resources has added a lock-unlock option to EBT cards through the Connect EBT app and website. This allows users to temporarily lock their card, either everywhere or just outside Alabama, to prevent unauthorized purchases. You can also sign up for alerts to track account activities by text, email, or in the app. To enable the feature, download the Connect EBT app or visit connectebt.com and log into your account. DHR recommends choosing the Lock Card Everywhere option when you're not using the card to keep it fully protected. For more details on SNAP benefits and security tools, visit dhr.alabama.gov. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead. I'll be right back after this quick message. Welcome back. We're happy to report that there are no obituaries today, so now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today, grab the umbrella. We've got an 80% chance of showers and possibly a thunderstorm, especially later in the day. Highs will top out around 74 degrees with light winds out of the southwest. Tonight, rain chances drop a bit, but there's still a 30% chance of lingering showers or storms overnight. Expect mostly cloudy skies and a low around 62. Tomorrow, we'll dry out and warm up. Look for mostly sunny skies with highs near 83. It'll be a bit breezy with the winds picking up in the afternoon. Wednesday night looks nice, mostly clear and mild, with a low around 66. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Annabelle House with Cullman Today. Have a great day, Cullman.